Welcome back. Today, we're talking about credit. Two things with credit. First off, by the way, like, comment, and subscribe, because why the hell not? You know you enjoy this stuff. But getting back to it, credit. Credit has been made very important in our lives because, well, society and banks have decided it so. Now, when I turn 20 years old, we're going to go to story time for a minute just to wire this in. When I was 20 years old, they literally handed me $20,000 in credit. And what the hell is what the hell's an 18-year-old supposed to do with $20,000 in credit? I messed it up. Ooh, what else can I say? I screwed that right up. I started getting this wild idea that it was free money. I didn't have the income to back it up, and I screwed that up. And I struggled for the next couple years trying to even make minimum payments on my splurging at the time. And eventually something happened, a job loss at the time, and I couldn't make the minimum payments, and the whole damn thing spiraled out of control. I mean, I couldn't catch up at that point. And and then you know what? I owed a crap load of money because of the interest charges, the late fee charges, um, overbalance charges, whatever, man. It just kept growing and growing and growing. And at that point I was just like, who gives a crap? I can't handle it anyway. So I literally went I defaulted on practically everything and spent the next 7, 8 years basically with a debit card and nothing else. That and credit does affect a lot in your life. It can affect your insurance rate. It can affect whether or not you get a place to live. It can affect. Some people are so damn shallow now that they'll even base a relationship on you based on your damn credit score. No joke. It's fucking ridiculous. But good for them. It's honestly, I don't know. I can't tell you how to do it, but if someone like tries to determine whether or not a relationship is good or not based on a credit score, I'll cut their ass right out immediately. Because if that's what they base this stuff on, they're done. Um, because if we're doing a business deal, it's going to be a business deal, but I know it's not going to last like that. So if we're based on money, then I could have money all by myself. I don't need another person to try to milk it off me or base a relationship on it. I'll cut them out immediately if they pull that crap. But getting back to it is, I spent many many years, and when you're in that type of situation, the only credit cards you can get are like Capital One. They outrageously 25, 29, 35% interest rates with stupid annual fees. Pay us just to have pay us $80 a year just to have a $200 limit on card. It's like give me a break with this garbage. They call it subprime lending. Basically, it's to milk you. And I just threw that crap in the garbage over and over and over again. I was like, I ain't paying you money just to borrow a minuscule amount of money and then pay you crazy amount of interest on it too. Ridiculous. And I basically went cash for a long, long, long time. And then after so long of not giving a damn about credit, things started falling off my credit score, credit report, and my score started raising, but not that much. The big difference was when I actually went in and reprogrammed my damn mind about money. Just like a lot of you, I have beliefs about money that money's hard to get. Money is scarce. It's always gonna leave me. Gotta pay the bills, paycheck to paycheck, all that crap that they programmed us with. And when I changed the mindset about money, my income started to increase. It started to increase quite a bit, actually. I mean, I doubled my income in a year. Um, and I made other videos about that. Definitely go check them out if you're interested in that. But what happened was when my income increased and increased and increased, it was like, all right, I have way more than I need to live. What do I do with it? Well, of course, I started saving because have that little buffer. But at some point, it was just like, how long are you gonna keep saving? You'd save to eternity basically. But I was just like, you know what? I have so much right now. Why don't I start clearing this crap out? So what I did was I started wiping out the high interest debt I had, and then I turned to any type of loan I currently had. And then it was just like, you know what, let's wipe out these credit cards. And then it was just like, okay, I've wiped out the credit cards. What now? Well, I still have some bad stuff on my credit report. I got money flowing in like water. Why not deal with this now? Well, things are, hot, great. And I started wiping them out again and again and again. And just doing that, I wasn't even caring about the credit score at that point. All I wanted to do was just get out of debt. I didn't want any more debt. I had so much money at the time that I was just like, you know what, time is right, to funnel some of these excess income into, just wiping this crap out. And as I wiped one thing out after another, it took out the monthly minimum, and then I just rolled over that money that I wasn't now having to spend on that one onto another one, and just like snowballed effect, faster and faster and faster. I was wiping out one after another, and my credit score, for instance, it was shooting up like crazy. It from like, I think it was October to January. I think it went up over 100 points, easily up over 100 points. It just skyrocketed. I was just like, oh, that credit card gone, get rid of it. Wipe it out. Oh, that loan over there gone, wipe it out. I had the money at the time, so I was just like, wipe that crap out, wipe it out, wipe it out, wipe it out. And as my debt like just plummeted, what I owed, my credit score skyrocketed, and then more and more, of course, when you pay, your bills, and you pay off your credit, and they see that they can basically, because the interest rates, they can make money on you, consistently make money on you, and there's not much risk. They want to lend you more and more and more. And I actually had to start refusing credit offers. I was like, I don't need this. I don't need like a seventh credit card with couple $1,000 limit on it. I don't need this. I was just like, this is just too much. I already have so many of them already. And, other loan offers came in, and I'm just like, wow. I remember when I actually needed credit. And when I needed it, it was just like nowhere to be found. And now that, I don't need it, it's like everywhere. But it does affect a lot of things. So, but, if you want your credit score to rise up, I made a video about this. Start with this right here. Get that income going. If you get the income higher and get the expenses lower and get that big gap between the two, so you can funnel money to whatever it is you want to funnel money to, including wiping out your debt, your credit score is going to skyrocket. And then you know what? You pay less in interest. You'll have more opportunities, and just it's a spiraling effect. This is how you can get your credit score way higher quickly. Start here. If you start in the head, you start with the beliefs, you got it all. This is the way it's done. This is the way you truly do it. If you want to do it, you got to get in the head first. Then it will promote the action to have the piles of money. But you got to start with the foundations. If you don't start with the foundations, you ain't going to have jack. It just doesn't work that way. So do it right the first time. Start with the mind. Then it will affect everything else. Everything else. And that is how I basically went from broke as a joke to having more than I'd ever have in my entire life. And it's growing too. It isn't just like I woke up one day, tripped over the coffee table, and flew headfirst into a pile of money that just happened to magically materialize. No, it's like I had to get my mind straight first. As soon as that goes in straight, it started to influence the actions, and it just grows. And you know what? It's a hell of a lot more fun to do it this way than it was to basically be at the victim of paycheck to paycheck. So, until next time, I'll talk to you later.